You know, in the world of electric luxury, one name has pretty much set the pace. But now, a legendary automaker is making a really bold play for the crown. Today, we're diving into the 2026 Mercedes EQS SUV, a vehicle that's betting on a whole century of craftsmanship to define what's next. For years, the story of the high-end EV was basically written with two words: speed and minimalism. But what if the future of luxury isn't just about how fast you get there, but how you feel on the journey? That is the big question Mercedes is asking. Can their legacy of just meticulous craftsmanship and incredible comfort really challenge the tech-first titan of the EV world? To answer that, we're going to go deep inside the EQS SUV. We'll check out its design philosophy, step into its first-class cabin, see how it performs in the real world, and finally, we'll put it in the ring for a head-to-head showdown with its biggest rival. First impressions, they matter. And for Mercedes, the challenge was huge. Design a vehicle that looks like the future, but without totally erasing its past. I mean, how do you innovate while staying true to a century-old identity? It's really all about how the different pieces harmonize. That signature black panel grille, it instantly tells you this is an electric vehicle. It's flanked by these razor-thin LEDs that give it a sharp, modern gaze. The body itself is this one single, flowing, aerodynamic curve, with door handles that pop out when you need them and then sit flush to let the wind just glide past. And at the back, a single light bar creates this unmistakable signature after dark. It's this really cool dance between heritage and futurism. As amazing as the outside is, the real statement that's made when you open the door. This is where Mercedes isn't just competing. Honestly, it feels like they're playing a completely different game. The very first thing that dominates your view, your entire experience, is this: 56 inches. That's the width of the MBUX Hyperscreen, a single piece of glass that stretches pillar to pillar across the entire dashboard. It is an absolutely breathtaking piece of technology. And you know, the source material just puts it perfectly. It feels more like a first-class lounge than a vehicle cabin. This isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's about creating an environment, a sanctuary that just isolates you from the outside world in absolute comfort. So how do you actually build that first-class lounge? Well, you start with the senses. The touch of handcrafted wood and supple leather. The sight of customizable ambient lighting that kind of paints the cabin in whatever mood you're in. And the sound. Or maybe the lack of it. The sound insulation is so good that the world outside just melts away. Then you add the Burmester 4D surround sound system, and your commute basically turns into a private concert hall. Of course, a luxury SUV needs more than just a pretty face and a comfy cabin. It needs intelligence and it needs power. So let's look at the tech and the performance that drive the EQS SUV. So that 56-inch screen, it's more than just a pretty face. It's powered by an AI that actually learns your routines, and it'll proactively suggest a call home or your favorite playlist. And get this, the navigation uses augmented reality, projecting arrows and directions right onto a live video of the road ahead. So it's not just a screen. It's like an intelligent co-pilot. And this SUV has the brawn to match its brain. With up to 600 horsepower from its electric motors, it can launch from 0 to 60 in just 4.5 seconds. But the real magic isn't just the raw power, it's how composed it is. The adaptive air suspension just glides over bumps, while the rear axle steering makes this huge vehicle feel incredibly nimble. One source even said it turns almost like a compact car. Okay, so it's luxurious and it's fast. But for any EV, the most important question is always about range. How far can it actually go on a single charge? Mercedes claims an official range of 370 miles, but we all know it's the real-world number that counts. And here, the EQS SUV really delivers. In mixed driving tests, it consistently hit 340 miles on a single charge. For a vehicle this big and this luxurious, that is a seriously impressive figure, putting it right up there with its biggest rival. And when it is time to charge, you're not going to be waiting around for long. On a DC fast charger, the EQS SUV can go from a 10% charge all the way up to 80% in just 31 minutes. That's just enough time to grab a coffee before you hit the road again. Range anxiety is just not a thing here. So all of this brings us to the main event. How does all of this stack up against the long-reigning champion of the luxury electric SUV space, the Tesla Model X? When you put them side by side, the differences are pretty stark. Inside, you've got Mercedes's classic luxury versus Tesla's super futuristic, minimalist vibe. On the road, the EQS gives you a supremely comfortable ride, while the Model X is firmer, more performance-focused. In a straight-up drag race, yeah, the Tesla is going to win. It's just brutally fast. But when it comes to the details, the build quality, the fit and finish, the Mercedes' heritage of precision manufacturing really shines through. So, after looking at the design, the tech, and the direct comparison, what's the ultimate takeaway? Have we found the new peak of electric luxury? Ultimately, this isn't just a choice between two cars. It's really a choice between two completely different philosophies of what luxury is. One path offers you disruptive tech and just blistering speed. The other offers prestige, unparalleled comfort, and the weight of a century-long legacy. And the verdict? Well, for the driver who prioritizes that serene comfort, impeccable build quality, and cutting-edge tech, all wrapped up in a classically luxurious package, the Mercedes EQS SUV makes an undeniable case for being the new pinnacle of electric luxury. Which brings us to the final and most important question: which future would you choose? Is it the raw, unadulterated speed of the tech pioneer, or the refined, composed luxury of the established master?